that is first filial generation. When we cross homozygous tall pea plant with homozygous dwarf, after fertilization in F1 generation, we'll get capital T and small t. See, that is nothing but, see, this condition is called as when the alleles are different, that is heterozygous. This is heterozygous tall hybrid. See, hybrid means the next generation, that means the first generation obtained by the syngamy of parents. Heterozygous means two alleles are different. See here, why we'll write tall means, see, if one capital T is present, see, that is enough to express the dominant character. So that is one capital T, one small t means that is heterozygous tall hybrid. Say this is the first step. That means we have to take parents, then we need to write gametes, then after fertilization F1 generation, that is capital T and small t. Then we have to do the next step, that is F1 selfing. See, this is F1. See, F1 selfing is nothing but F1 in simple F1 into F1. See here, F1 is capital T and small t. That should be crossed with F1 capital T and small t. See, for doing F1 selfing, we need to draw a Punnett square. That is also called as checkerboard. So same thing, we have to write capital T and small t here, and same thing, capital T and small t. See, this is the way to cross F1. See, then next step is we need to just cross it and we need to add the combinations capital T and capital T. Here capital T is crossed with small t. Just we need to combine and write capital T and small t. Then here this step, small t and capital T. See, while writing, we'll write the capital letter first, capital T, small t. Then last is T and T, that is small t and small t. So this is nothing but F1 selfing. F1 is crossed with F1. F1 is capital T and small t, capital T and small t. Both the sides we need to write F1. Then just we need to combine this and we need to write. See, after this we need to write its characteristic features. See, this I have told you, if both the alleles are same, that is homozygous condition. So this is homozygous. Two capital T's are there, so that is tallness. And this is both alleles are different, so this is heterozygous condition. This is heterozygous. See, if one capital T is present, that is tallness only, that is heterozygous tall. Here also one capital T, one small t, heterozygous condition due to the presence of one capital T, that is also tall. Here two small t's are there, so that is homozygous condition. And here due to the presence of two small t, that is dwarfness. So in simple, if you have any confusion while writing characteristic feature, that means how to write character by seeing the gametes. See, suppose here in this example you know that capital T we are using to write about dominant character, right? Here the dominant character is tallness. See, if two T's are present or only a single T is enough, as this is dominant, single gamete is enough to represent a character. But if you are representing recessive character, here the recessive character is a dwarfness. So two T's are compulsory. Since simple ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ಸಿ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಟಾಲ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟಿ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಟೂ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟೀಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಸಹ ಅದು ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೂ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟೀಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಟಾಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇದ್ರೂ ಟಾಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಲೆಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಟಾಲ್. ಬಟ್ ಡ್ವಾಫ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ 2 letters ಇರಲೇಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ 2 letters ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ವಾಫ್ನೆಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ homozygous dwarf. See, you need to write homozygous condition with the character because that is helpful to write the ratio. See, here we come to the end of this crossing over. The last step is we need to write F2 ratio. See, F2 ratio means we need to write 2 different ratios. One is phenotypic ratio. This term we learned in the definitions also, and one more is genotypic ratio. These are the 2 ratios you need to write after monohybrid cross. Just like resultant, that means after the completion of experiment we'll write result. No, in the same way, after this all crossing over all steps, this is the final step. We need to write the ratios. See, phenotype or phenotypic means external. That is the definition, morphological character or external character. Phenotypic ratio means externally, outside ಇಂದ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವುದ್ಯಾವುದಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಫ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸಿ ನಮಗಲ್ಲಿ 3 tall ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 1 dwarf ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿನೋಟಿಪಿಕ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಅಂದರೆ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಫ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಸಿ ನಮಗಿಲ್ಲಿ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೋಮೋಸೈಗಸ್ ಹೆಟಿರೋಸೈಗಸ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ 3 tall plants ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 1 dwarf. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 3:1 ರೇಷಿಯೋ. 3 ರೇಷಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಟಾಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 1 ರೇಷಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡ್ವಾಫ್ನೆಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫಿನೋಟಿಪಿಕ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ. Genotypic ratio means genetically. Genotype means genetic makeup. Genetically, if we see, that means in regardance with homozygous and heterozygous condition, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ homozygous tall only one plant. One plant is homozygous tall. Then 2 are heterozygous tall. Heterozygous tall and 1 is homozygous dwarf. So this is homozygous dwarf. This is the genotypic ratio. See, for 1 mark also this is very important. They may ask you phenotypic and genotypic ratio of monohybrid cross. See, when it comes to phenotypic ratio, that is always it is 3:1. ಸೊ ನೀವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆ 7 ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ರಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ 3 ರೇಷಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ 1 ರೇಷಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೆ ಯೋರ್ ಕ್ರಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. 3:1 is phenotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio 1:2:1. See, not only 3:1, 1:2:1, you have to rate along with the characteristic features. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ರೇಷಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು homozygous tall, 2 heterozygous tall, 1 homozygous dwarf. So this is the crossing over. So if it is given for 5 mark, everything counts. You need to write the statement, you need to write example, parent, gametes, F1 generation, then characteristic feature of F1 generation, then next step F1 selfing, then drawing Punnett square, then here writing characteristic features, then finally F2 ratio, that is phenotypic ratio, genotypic ratio with the characteristic feature. Everything counts. For each step there will be mark. So this is the schematic representation of monohybrid cross. So sometimes they'll give you the example, you need to draw the schematic representation, or sometimes they'll ask you to write your own example. Then you can take any of the contrasting characteristic feature and you can perform this experiment. So already I have told you for this experiment there are several names, that is inheritance of one gene. If they ask you explain inheritance of one gene for 3 or for 5 mark, it is understood that they are asking about monohybrid cross. It is not necessary that they have to use this term only. They may ask you inheritance of one gene or law of segregation, law of purity of gametes, or monohybrid cross. You have to remember all the terms. I've told you the meaning of inheritance of one gene and monohybrid cross, statement of both of these already. Then there is a separate statement for law of segregation and law of purity of gametes. That means why this monohybrid cross is also called as law of segregation. See, segregation is nothing but separation. And one more is law of purity of gametes. See, for that I'll tell you the definition. So this law of segregation or law of purity of gametes, for both of this, one statement is there, that is the law states that, see, in a cross, here the crossing over, see the example and try to understand. In a cross involving pair of contrasting character, here pair of contrasting characters are there. See, both the characters come and stay together in F1 generation. Here you can see both the characteristic feature where capital T represent tallness and small t represent dwarfness. Both the character, that is tall and dwarf, come and stay together in F1 generation. F1 generation ಅಲ್ಲಿ tallness and dwarfness ಜೊತೆಗಿದ್ರೂ ಸಹ, that is they does not undergo blending. When the F1 selfing is done, or when the F1 hybrid are allowed to cross, each of the characteristic feature separates. So the meaning is very simple, no need to bar head. See here, when a pair of contrasting characters are taken and crossing over is done, both the characters come and stay together in F1 generation. But when F1 selfing is done, F1 crossing is done, all the characteristic features will separate or segregate. So this is the statement of law of segregation or law of purity of gametes, that states that in a cross, this is very important, repeatedly asked for 2 mark, statement of law of segregation. In a cross involving a pair of contrasting characters, both the characters come and stay together in F1 generation, together in F1 generation without blending. Blending means without mixing, without blending, when F1 hybrids are allowed to reproduce among themselves. Each character separates or segregate. So this is the statement of law of segregation or law of purity of gametes. It seems to be lengthy, but it is not that much difficult. That means if you have understood all these crossing over steps, it is very easy to write. It is in a cross involving pair of contrasting character, both the characters come and stay together in F1 generation without a blending. That means ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕ್ರಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ F1 ಜನರೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಸಹ ಜೊತೆಗಿದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್, ಅದು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗಿದ್ರೂ. ದೆನ್ ವೆನ್ F1 ಈಸ್ ಅಲೌಡ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಾಸ್, ಅಗೇನ್ F1 ಸೆಲ್ಫಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲಾ ಆಫ್ segregation of law of purity of gametes. So this is about monohybrid cross. See, when it comes to monohybrid cross, I have told you the different names, how to do crossing over, everything. Now it is your work to do the rest of the examples. See, out of this I have done the stem height, I have crossed tall and dwarf plant. Rest of the things, what 6 examples are there that you have to do. No need of doing 6, at least you can do 3 examples. Out of this 6 I have done already 1. Out of this 6 you select 3, any of the 3 characteristic feature, and you cross its dominant and recessive. See, after crossing over you should get the same ratio, that is for phenotypic 3:1, for genotypic 1:2:1. If you get the same ratio, your crossing over is correct. You can only verify that. So that is your work you have to do. That means after writing all these points in your running notes, soon after this example you have to do 3 more examples. Hope you have understood. If you have any doubts you can clarify. Thank you.